this video, we're going over the new top 5 meta loadouts to use here in Black Ops 7. I will be going over both 5 as well as 8 attachment class setups. Let's get into it. For class setup number 1, we're taking a look at the M15 Mod 0, arguably the best assault rifle in the entire game. For the optic, the LT1 Mini is a great choice. Clean, simple, easy to use no matter where people are on the map. For the muzzle, we are going to be utilizing the RECOIL 5.56 compensator. This is going to be drastically bumping up that vertical recoil control. We are going to be building a no recoil M15 loadout, so you can go full auto across the map without worrying about a thing. For the barrel, we are going to be utilizing the 16.5-inch fusion barrel. This is going to be improving both damage range and bullet velocity, so you're going to have a very fast and consistent time to kill. Definitely nice with this assault rifle. And by the way, if you don't have enough time to play and need weapon or rank leveling assistance, such as unlocking mastery camos like Singularity, Mitch Cactus has you covered. They offer safe and legit services on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, and they also deliver DLC codes like Monster Energy and Mueller Milk. Mitch Cactus has over 20,000 verified reviews and thousands of personal vouchers, making them the go-to for things Call of Duty as well as Battlefield 6. You can use my code EARS to save 5% off, limited time only. For the underbarrel, I highly recommend going ahead and trying out the EAM Steady 90 grip. We're going to be improving that movement speed, horizontal recoil control, and sprinting movement speed. Overall, taking advantage of this weapon's close range performance and also strengthening its long range performance as well. You can't go wrong with this attachment. For the magazine, we're going to be utilizing the BO7 Bulwark mag. This is going to be bumping up our capacity to 60 to essentially can double the ammo capacity and outgun players no matter where they are on the map. Overall, a great attachment here. This weapon can be used to run and gun and obviously outgun players at longer ranges. For the rear grip, we are going to be putting on the hex cut grip. This is incredible on assault rifles, drastically improving your close range performance because we have improved dive to fire speed, slide to fire speed, aim down sight speed, as well as jumping aim down sight speed. Everything we need to lock down a close range engagement, we have locked in with the hex cut grip. For the stock, I highly recommend trying out the intervention stock. We're going to be improving both flinch resistance and aim walking movement speed. You can walk around aim down sight, ready to win each and every gunfight, and if you get shot, you can stay on target and still outgun those players at longer ranges. And then finally, for the fire mods, we are going to be using the buffer springs so we can fully smooth out that recoil pattern, giving us improved vertical recoil control as well as horizontal recoil control. You can't go wrong with this attachment on the M15 Mod 0. Once you go ahead and build this 8 attachment setup and jump into the firing range, you are going to be very happy because we have a class that does have a fast sprint to fire speed, ADS, aim walking movement speed, as well as very, very controllable recoil. Overall, one of the best assault rifles to use in the entire game. I recommend running this on no matter what map you're playing, because as you can see, it's going to be a straight monster. Now, if you only want to use the 5 attachment class setup, what you are going to have to do is remove the buffer springs. Unfortunately, you're going to take away the intervention stock, and you are going to go ahead and remove the extended mag. This is going to be a very basic setup here, but it's still going to be putting in some work. As you can see here, the handling is still going to be nice, technically a faster sprint out and ADS. But as you can also see, we have controllable recoil. There's going to be some slight vertical recoil, but as you can see, the targets are going to be dropped before the recoil becomes an actual issue. So definitely give this a try if you're looking for an assault rifle that you can literally go full auto across the map without worrying about a thing. For class setup number 2, we're taking a look at the AK-27, one of the hardest hitting assault rifles in the entire game. You can't go wrong with it. For the optic, the LT1 Mini, again, is going to be a great choice. Clean, simple, easy to use. Definitely do not sleep on this when you are building this setup. For the muzzle, we are going to be utilizing the EMT3 compensator. We need to bump up that vertical recoil control to remove as much of it as possible. This weapon does have quite a bit of vertical as well as horizontal recoil control, but don't worry, we're going to go ahead and correct all that with this loadout. For the barrel, we are going to be putting on the 16.3 Swift Tumbulent barrel. We're going to be improving both damage range as well as bullet velocity, so we can have a very fast and consistent time to kill. We could outgun other M15 Mod 0 users. Definitely give this a try. For the underbarrel, we are going to be putting on the lateral precision grip. We're going to need maximum horizontal recoil control because unfortunately this weapon does have quite a bit of it. This loadout is going to be removing all of it. So definitely go ahead and give this a try. It is amazing when you couple it with the compensator. For the magazine, we're just going to utilize the standard 40 round mag. That's all we need with this weapon. It is high damage, so having 0 cons is going to be super huge because we want to keep the handling up so we can outgun players at close range faster than some of the quicker handling weapons here in Black Ops 7. For the rear grip, we are going to go ahead and put on the Garen Advanced grip. We need to improve that dive to fire speed, slide to fire speed, aim down sight speed, and jumping aim down sight speed. A great attachment to run on a lot of the assault rifles. Any AR that you can use to maximize your close range performance, definitely go ahead and do so. For the stock, we are going to be utilizing the SWF62 variable stock. This is going to be nice, improving that flinch resistance and aim walking movement speed so we can walk around, aim down sight, ready to win each and every gunfight. And if we get shot, we can still stay on target. Very important with a high damage assault rifle. And we are going to be utilizing a fire mods, which is going to be buffer springs to fully smooth out that recoil pattern. Once you go ahead and build this 8 attachment AK-27 loadout, you are going to be very happy because in the firing range, we do have a fast sprint out speed, ADS, and walking movement speed. And as you can see, the recoil is incredibly easy to control with this weapon. It is just going to be slightly up, but that's going to be easy to use. Now, once you go ahead and build this, you can also see that we are going to be able to get those 3-shot kills, making this one of the fastest killing guns in the entire game. I highly recommend giving this a try if you're trying to punish players no matter where they are on the map. Now, if you do want to use just the 5 attachment class setup, what I recommend actually doing is removing the LT1 Mini. The iron sights are going to be good with this assault rifle. You are going to remove the extended mag as well as the stock here. We want to keep all of the recoil controlling attachments on. This weapon is easy to use. As you can see, the handling is still going to be nice. The iron sights honestly are not bad whatsoever. And we have a very easy to control assault rifle. I highly recommend going ahead and giving this loadout a try if you want to run additional perks or potentially more streaks. As you can see, very easy. You can line those headshots up no problem and get yourself some crazy fast TTKs. For class setup number 3, we're taking a look at the X9 Maverick. This assault rifle is disgusting. 3-round burst, absolutely deadly at those longer ranges. For the optic, we are going to put on the LT1 Mini. Clean, simple, easy to use. For the muzzle, we are going to be utilizing the Defense 8 suppressor to keep us off the mini-map when firing. There's no need to run any other recoil controlling attachments or range improving attachments under the muzzle category. This weapon is already incredibly easy to handle. For the barrel, we are going to be utilizing the 16-inch OS density barrel to improve that magazine ammo capacity and vertical recoil control so we can go full auto, full burst across the map without worrying about a thing. Luckily, the 3-round burst weapons here in Black Ops 7 all have controllable recoil, so you can actually use them as intended, dominating longer ranges. For the underbarrel, we are going to be putting on the quick stop foregrip. We're going to be improving that aim walking movement speed, as well as hip fire movement speed. No need to improve recoil control because this weapon already has none. For the rear grip, we are going to be utilizing the deadlift grip to improve that dive to fire speed, slide to fire speed, aim down sight speed, as well as jumping aim down sight speed. You can't go wrong with this attachment. We're going to improve this weapon's close range handling. For the stock, we are going to be putting on the H0190 full stock. This is very important because with burst weapons, we need to maximize that flinch resistance as well as improve your aim walking movement speed. You can walk around, aim down sight, ready to win every gunfight. If you get shot, you can still stay on target. Now, for the laser, we are going to be putting on the 1 milliwatt Instinct laser array. We're going to be improving in more aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed, again allowing us to be deadly at those close ranges a little bit easier. And for the fire mods, because this weapon already has incredible recoil control, we're just going to put on the FMJ rounds just in case they get streaks. You can take them out faster and you're also going to get better bullet penetration. It's overall a nice attachment. Once you go ahead and build this 8 attachment loadout, you're going to see in the firing range this weapon is disgusting here. We have a very fast sprint out speed, ADS, aim walking movement speed, and we are going to be able to outgun players very easily no matter where they are on the map. You guys can see this weapon is insane, man. Very, very consistent, and we are going to be punishing people no matter where they are on the map. 1 burst kills, absolutely incredible. This is one of the best guns to use in the entire game, and honestly, running and gunning you know, you're going to be punishing people with this loadout. Now, if you only want to run the 5 attachment X9 Maverick class setup, what you are going to have to do is remove the fire mods, remove the laser. You're also going to go ahead and remove the underbarrel as well. And this is all we're going to be using here. Honestly, what you should use, because you can run more perks or more streaks. As you can see, the handling is still going to be nice with this weapon. And we are still going to be able to get those consistent 1 burst kills, 2 bursts at longer ranges. But this is going to be one of the best weapons to run. I highly recommend giving it a try because it is overpowered. For class setup number 4, we're taking a look at the MXR-17, one of the best assault rifles in the entire game due to its high damage and controllable recoil. Now, for the first attachment, we're going to be running the LT1 Mini. You guys know the drill. Clean, simple, easy to use. For the muzzle, we are going to be putting on the Red Bull 90 compensator to bump up that vertical recoil control. This weapon does have quite a bit of it. Want to make sure we can go full auto across the map without worrying about a thing. For the barrel, we are going to use the 20-inch Imperial barrel to drastically improve that damage range, giving us a faster time to kill. For the underbarrel, we're going to be putting on the lateral precision grip to remove as much horizontal recoil as possible. This weapon is going to be easy to use and you can go full auto. For the magazine, we are going to be utilizing the Vault Extended Mag. This weapon only has 25 rounds in each mag by default. We're going to bump this up to 30, keeping it in line with all the other assault rifles. Now, we are going to be skipping over the rear grip technically because we have to jump to the stock first, and we're going to put on the Voss TH09 stock. This is going to unlock another attachment and also give us improved flinch resistance and aim walking movement speed, which we do need with this assault rifle. Now we can actually go back to the comb and we're going to put on the Aria Assail comb, which is going to be bumping up that close range performance. That's going to be dive to fire speed, slide to fire speed, aim down sight speed, and jumping aim down sight speed. You can't go wrong with it. And then finally for the fire mods, we are going to put on the recoil sync unit to improve that horizontal recoil control as well as vertical recoil control. Once you go ahead and build this 8 attachment setup and jump in the firing range, you're going to see fast sprint out speed, ADS, aim walking movement speed, and we have an assault rifle that is going to be incredibly easy to control. One of the best to use in the entire game, high damage, and you can also see that we are going to be able to get those 3-shot kills, making this one of the fastest killing guns in the entire game. I highly recommend going ahead and giving this MXR loadout a try if you're trying to dominate lobbies. Now, if you only want to run the 5 attachment MXR setup, what you are going to have to do is remove the optic. The iron sights are usable. You are going to go ahead and remove the extended mag, unfortunately. And what you are going to have to do, we're going to have to do a kind of a switcheroony here. We're going to remove the stock, and we're just going to remove the rear grip. And we are going to be putting on just the Assail grip, which is going to be doing the same thing as the comb. And as you can see here, you are going to absolutely dominate because once you jump into the firing range, you're still going to have a setup that does have great handling as well as controllable recoil. This is going to be one of the better loadouts to use in the entire game. Obviously, we can still land those 3-shot kills to the head, making it one of the fastest killing guns in Black Ops 7. And finally, for class setup number 5, we're taking a look at the Carbon 57. This submachine gun is amazing if you're trying to run and gun. For the first attachment, we are going to put on the Lethal Tools ELO. It's open-ended, giving us a clean optic picture, incredibly easy to use at those close, medium, as well as longer ranges. Definitely do not sleep on this. For the muzzle, we are going to put on the K&S compensator to bump up that vertical recoil control. We are going to need it. For the barrel, we are going to use the 14-inch Rockley barrel to improve that damage range, giving us a faster time to kill. For the underbarrel, we are going to put on the lateral precision grip. We have a lot of horizontal recoil with this weapon. We need to keep it in check, and this attachment is going to do a good job at doing that. For the magazine, we are going to be running the fast mag. This is going to be improving your reload quickness, aim down sight speed, and sprint to fire speed. You are only going to have a 40-round magazine, but again, that's still going to be plenty to outgun multiple people at the same time. For the rear grip, we are going to run the Bombus Quick Grip. We need to improve that dive to fire speed, slide to fire speed, aim down sight speed, and jumping aim down sight speed. You can't go wrong with this attachment. For the stock, we are going to be rolling with the Bowen Rastute pad. We're going to improve that aim walking movement speed and flinch resistance. Can't go wrong with this. And then finally, for the fire mods, we are going to be putting on the accelerated recoil system so we can fully smooth out that recoil pattern, improving that horizontal recoil control and vertical recoil control. You can't go wrong with this attachment. Once you go ahead and build this 8 attachment class setup and jump in the firing range, you're going to see that we do have a fast sprint out speed, ADS, aim walking movement speed is going to be respectable, as well as a controllable recoil pattern. This goes from one of the higher recoil weapons in the entire game to one of the more controllable weapons. You are going to have to burst fire, but at the same time, this is going to be a monster submachine gun if you're trying to punish people at those close as well as medium ranges. Now, if you only want to run the 5 attachment Carbon 57 class, what you are going to have to do is remove the stock. You're also going to go ahead and remove the extended mag, and you're going to remove the optic here. We want to make sure that we have the recoil controlling attachment still on the setup. As you can see, it's still going to be very solid, and we still have great recoil control with this submachine gun as well. Definitely give this a try if you're trying to run and gun and mix up the meta. This gun gives you some very, very fast time to kills. These are going to be the top 5 meta loadouts to use here in Black Ops 7 as of right now. For the remainder of all my loadouts for the wild card, if I'm running more than 5 attachments, I always use gunfighter. But if I'm not running more than 5 attachments, definitely put on high roller so you can rock an additional streak, or you can put on perk greed to run additional perks. I do have on the VLAX 5.7 secondary, the knife, the assault pack with the lucky ammo overclock, so you get more score when you do get kills. I also have on the stim shot with the cleanse overclock to remove player debuffs. For the lethal, I have on the Simtex with the high density explosive overclock. And for the perks, I run Ninja, Scavenger, Looper, and you are going to be granted Scout running this combination, which is essentially going to be giving you Ghost. So you have essentially Ghost, Ninja, Scavenger, and Looper. So you can be off the radar fully, silent footsteps, unlimited ammo, and you can also cycle your streaks over and over again. That's going to be a recipe for 100 kill games in your first nuke. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of these loadouts, and also let me know what your favorite gun is here in Black Ops 7. If you tear it up with any of my loadouts, come back to this video and let me know your best gameplay. It's been your boy Ears. Hope you guys enjoy. Drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.